Hi, good morning. Hope you are all well. Today I'm going to be looking at some doll's house furniture that I acquired off eBay and a couple of bits off Vinted as well. So I have a little bag of bits and pieces here. Now this is furniture I've seen, but I didn't know where it came from, what it was, but it's Mattel, it says on the bottom, so I was able to research a little bit. And little is the word we are looking at here. I've got a piece of paper here to make sure I get it right. They're called the Littles. Now there was a doll's house made, there was furniture, there were little dolls. Again, I don't know whether they were available here in the UK, 1980s. So obviously I was just sort of starting to grow out of toys at that point. So I don't know, they might have been. But they sort of scream as if perhaps they were more in the US. Obviously they were produced over there. Well, they may have been produced in China. I'm not sure where they were produced, but they were created, shall we say, over in the US. So they are really cute. They are die cast. They are nice and solid. And I'd already got two pieces because I didn't know what they were then either. I just picked them up. I think it was at the toy fair I got them. I can't remember. So when I saw these, I thought they might work really nice for my little vintage doll's house, my little GB doll's house. The next one that I'm getting ready to revamp. It's sat on my desk over here. So it's the next one in line and I will get it done. But because it's a 1/16 scale doll's house, it's a little bit smaller than your average doll's house furniture. Not sure if this is a little bit small. I don't know. I think it will be able to be used for certain things, but I'm not sure. Obviously, I have my Ari dolls in my little house. Well, not in it yet. They've not moved in just yet. And it was weird because they actually sent some very similar dolls. It was like a bundle that they had. So it was the furniture I was looking for, but there was a few dolls thrown in. So it'll give me an idea on the sizing. So I'd love to know more. If you guys know more, did you have these? They are so cute. I absolutely love the furniture. I don't know whether I don't think I would have the dolls. Again, I'm inclined to stick to either the very vintage or the very modern. So that sort of 80s era I didn't do, well, I was growing out of it anyway, but I didn't have much attachment, should we say, to that era of toys, so I didn't really do much. It was only then when my children came along I started looking again at toys. So we're going to have a look in here. There is a couple of things, as I said. There's a thing I got from Vinted, which is a modern now thing, so we'll have a look at that. I love Vinted, by the way, so but please be careful on there. So we're going to go top down, have a look at these. Please give me loads of information. I love to hear more. So if you enjoy the channel, please like, subscribe and share, and I will see you top down in a second. So here is my bag of little doll's housey bits and finds. So we're just going to carefully shake it out because I mentioned some of them are die, well, most of them are die cast, and I don't want the paint chipping off, which does happen, unfortunately. So I'm going to just carefully give it a little shake out, and we'll put the bag to one side. Now, I mentioned there are other things in here as well, so I'm going to separate it up. So we have our die cast, not die cast, not die cast. So I have, oh, fell over. So just separate them up quickly. Because a couple of things here are actually, you know, the home, it's Izuru that did the home range for bits and pieces. So there's one of those there that I got off Vinted as well. So, right, so we have a selection. We might actually do the Vinted ones first. So here we go. Now, on Vinted, I mean, we've all collected the Zuru or the, I can't think of the other brand, but the other brand of these collectibles, the Miniverse and all these sort of things. And we get to a point where we've got saturation or we've got a lot of duplicates. So if you go on places like Vinted, you will find people are selling off their duplicates. And this was one little package. I paid, I think it was £3.50, £4, something like that. But I know it's not that much cheaper than the ball. It did come with the ball as well, though. So if you did want to gift it, you could have wrapped it up. But I know the chair is a little bit useless in size, but I just couldn't resist that. But this all came together. What I really wanted for my doll's house was, look at this, a little tiny cheese grater. And the little bin, I thought, because mine's got a pink bathroom, I thought, what a cute little bin. It's got a little weighing scales, and then these little sort of faux magazines, sort of traditional home and cottage style, which look quite cute on a little doll's house table. Like I said, the chair is completely out of scale, but I do really like it, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that. But this was from the home range, and I just thought the accessories were really cute, and I knew what I was getting. I wasn't risking, oh, I've already got one of those. So that was just a little side thing that I got. So we'll move that over there. Now, these were the dolls that I actually, well, these are the dolls furniture that I ordered off eBay. But as I mentioned, there was a couple of little dolls that came as well. So these are very similar. Well, they are, I suspect, the same brand as my Ari dolls. This is a little bit taller than an Ari doll. And it does have like little jointed legs. This is not sort of a doll size I'm that bothered about. I like the smaller ones. Now, and that would have been a baby sort of in, again, the same range. Does it say anything on them? It doesn't. They look so much like them, the way the eyes are painted and everything. And I already have one of these little ones who I've actually sort of counted as my Ari doll's little girl sort of thing. And he's still in its original sort of, they were very naively put together. A little bit of ribbon that was sort of just stitched onto the dolls. And I think somebody's made that one over the years. It's not something I particularly wanted or wanted to keep, but they came with these anyway. So I don't know what I'm going to do with those yet. But they are, I'm almost 100% sure that they are the same as my Ari dolls. So they're that German rubber doll. So yeah, they're cute, but like I said, I've got enough. I've got quite a few of them now for the dolls' houses. So, you know, I need more dolls' houses if I've got more dolls. Well, not that I've got any room for any more dolls' houses, so we'll just pop them to one side as well. But this is the thing we're really talking about, and what I was talking about on the video. The item is, I keep wanting to call them the Real Littles because that is a product now, isn't it? But they are called the Littles. They are 1980s, and the reason I could research them, as I mentioned, they are Mattel. Now, I did say in the video, I wasn't sure where the first part where they were actually made, but it does say Hong Kong. So yeah, they are created in China, but it is copyright of Mattel. Mattel says something. I can't read that. Is that just the date? Oh, Mattel Inc. 1980, I think it says. And then obviously this is whatever that is, and it just was made in Hong Kong. So I thought it was nice because I was looking for one of these and I'd found one brand new, still in its box on eBay, which I thought was super cool. But then I'm thinking, I sort of feel bad unboxing them because I know some people like to keep their things in box. So I sort of feel bad buying something and then unboxing it, which is something that somebody else might want to keep in a box. So I started looking. And apart from the fact the price difference was astonishing, but then the downside is the brand new one's not going to have any damage or anything. I mean, you can see these need a good clean. They're a little bit dirty. And we got only the tiniest bits of chipping on them. But I mean, they're a fair age now. God, 1980s, I'm saying that. That's sort of scary. But again, we have a little bit of writing here. It just says to lower, lift. Okay. Up, bend down. Okay, they're just telling you how to actually do it. But they've got some weight to them. And I just love this little table. And then I found this sort of set of them. And they were only a few pound more than just buying the table boxed. So I was really pleased with that. And I sort of don't mind a few scuffs. Because the vintage dolls houses I'm putting mine in, scuffs are okay. Because that is how it would have been. So it does stay. Look, it just dropped down like that. That's sort of cute. Is that one going to drop down? There we go. So you can sort of have a little drop leaf table there. But apart from the table, I then got 4 little chairs. How cute are they? Again, the scale I'm feeling might be a little bit small for my doll's house. But you can make it work because a lot of the vintage dolls houses, again, people were making things to go in. They'd find household items. I don't know, a little cap to make a little tray or a bowl or a matchbox to make something. So the scale, I think, with the very old doesn't really matter so much. I know when you get into the modern 12th scale, it sort of does look a little bit odd. Or perhaps they could be children's chairs, or it could be in a nursery or something like that. But yeah, I think you get away with it with the vintage ones. Now, these look in really good condition. As far as I can see, there is absolutely nothing wrong. And I've got a full little set. How cute is that? And so I've got to decide. I mean, this little doll, you can imagine, that's about okay for her. So, oh, as it's falling over. So, but then I know this is a baby, but my Ari doll's roughly this size. Possibly possibly. As I mentioned, I'm sort of en route to start sorting out the second GB doll's house that I've got. Whether these are going to go in there or the larger one, I don't know, because this one I'm looking at the moment that I've got on my side, it's only 2 rooms, 2 massive rooms, so I don't know how much furniture I can get in there yet. But yeah, that is really cute. I really do love that. And then we have a little sofa, again a little bit dirty, and to be honest, I think some of those are paint chips, which if you're careful you could cover it up. As I say, it is die cast, as you can hear, so an enamel paint would do that, or you put a little cushion there or something like that. But some of these, because that doesn't go that deep, so some of these might clean out. A little rose detail there, top and bottom. Again, we have some details. It just says a number on that one. Is there anything under that? Yeah, it says again mattel ink there. But we've got a sofa and we've got a little chair. How lovely are they? Again, I think it would be easy to touch the brown up. I think that would be easy peasy, but you would need an enamel paint, so you do have to be careful when you're using those, but I not bother at all. I think they are cute. I'll move these over here so you can sort of see. So that gives us sort of like dining room, and it gives us lounge. Now we've also got a little bit of bedroom furniture. Now I know there is a full set with this, that not with mine, but you can get a full set. There's wardrobes and beds and things. And look, we've got proper little drawers. This one is quite scuffed, but again, maybe, I don't know. I might have to have a little play maybe at the back of one, because I don't want to be popping enamel paint on and then it actually makes it look worse. The little mirror obviously has got some wear and tear, but that can be replaced. You can get sort of little bit and pieces of mirrored cardboard and things, so I think that could be took out in a new one. But again, in the real world, apparently, I was watching this antique show at some point, that people actually like it when it goes like that. I'm not so sure. I get it. It creates that sort of image, but I sort of like to try and have things how it would have looked rather than what it looks like now. But otherwise, it's in quite good condition. Again, a little bit of sort of, I don't know, it might have been like that originally, but that was the one we looked at, wasn't it, for the details. So we have a little dressing table. So I might look at getting the others, but again, maybe a child's bedroom for my size doll's house. We have this. Now, I already have one of these. It is in my doll's house downstairs. That's why I've not got it up here with me. And this does make a really nice, you see it sort of folds down. I mean, the detailing on that, I mean, really, for a child's toy, you know, you'd think they'd just make it like that. But no, it's got the full mechanism, which is really, really cool. What does it say there? Wing up, push down. Okay, so we lift it up and push down. Yeah, it's easy enough to wear. So yeah, I'd already got one of these, but I said I've got different doll's houses, so I think that makes a really nice side table. That goes in any scale. It would just depend whether it's a coffee table or up to a plant stand or a larger. It doesn't really matter. You can sort of play around with that. I still can't believe the weight in them. These are children's toys. So you've got the full set. There's quite some weight there, so that's cute. That's cute. There is a tiny weeny footstool, which I don't know whether it's very dirty in there. Perhaps I should have cleaned it first. But this is plastic, so I don't actually know. It came with all this, but I don't know whether it is theirs. The transfer is already coming off, so I'd be tempted to just take the whole transfer off there and just leave it as a little tiny. I mean, it's the same blue, isn't it? Do you think it's this? Maybe. Do you think it's the same blue? I think it is. But yeah, I think I'd probably, because it's a bit hard to save that. I think I would probably just get rid of the transfer and then they can have it as a little footstool. Now, there's also another room it's obliged me with, and it was a bathroom. Now, when I've been looking around for bathrooms, this is quite often what is going to be broken. So when I saw it actually had its taps. It's almost very similar to the bathroom design, isn't it? And there's hardly any marks on it. Again, mattel ink, Hong Kong. I was really, really pleased. And then there's a little toilet. Now, I thought there was something missing there, but everyone I've seen looks like that. So if you've had one, is there something missing there? I don't know. But again, we've actually got a seat. There's a double little seat like that, which usually when you find vintage toilets and that, they're either without this or without this. There's always something missing, but we've still got the little sort of decoration on it, which is super cute. So they're perfect. Again, scale, I'm not sure suppose they're not really that bad, are they? Imagine a doll. Yeah, they might work. They might work. Might have to have a play around with this. When I've got the doll's house done and organised, I will show you everything. But there's so much to do at the minute. And the last piece of bathroom was this. Now, I don't think this is meant to be with it. There's a big D there. We have a little bit of rusting. In fact, when I watch the video back, I might be able to see this better on my phone. On the camera than I can actually see in reality. Again, I can see Hong Kong, something industries, Durfew Industries, is that right? I mean, there's the D there, so that sort of makes DUR something, Durfilm, something like that, Industries. Again, as I say, made in Hong Kong. Yeah, I don't really know anything about that. Now, I think it should have been a bronzy colour, you can see. But I sort of quite like that this literally looks like this. I don't want to do much with this. I'm going to just be cleaning it. I mean, look at the little feet. Again, I'm presuming it's cast like these. We actually have taps and we actually have a little plug. How cute is that? I bet it's going to be difficult to get back in there. Go in there, little plug. Look at that. How adorable is that little bath? Again, just a little bit of a clean up. I mean, I don't know if that's rust or what, because I don't actually know what it's a bit like verdigris there. I don't know what it's made of, but I sort of want to keep that look. So it's just going to sort of maybe, not a sand down, but just a smooth down with something, a little wash. And I think that is cute, but I don't think it fits with these. Okay, so there's going to be different dolls houses that these are going to go in. Now, I mentioned I had some before, and this is sort of what piqued my interest, because when I started researching these, I started to look at the other items that are available, and some of these are either hard to get hold of or expensive. Now, the two items I did get, though, I got this one. So again, it's like a theme. They like the painting of these flowers, don't they? Sort of little green stems and pink daisies. There seems to be a lot of that. Little sort of keyboard there. They'll say the keyboard is plastic. That goes round, but obviously doesn't do anything. Again, that's plastic. Again, these need a good wash. Now, what did it say? Again, Mattel ink. 1981, I think that is. The back's plastic, so I don't know how it's constructed like that. So I do have a little piano, which is sort of cute, isn't it? Again, gives you that very vintage feel. And the first piece I ever got like this, and I hadn't got a clue what it was at the time, was this. Now, I think I paid a couple of pounds at the toy fair for this, and I really didn't know where it was going to go, what it was going to be. I mean, there is a little bit of information, but I don't think I took it any further than that at the point. Again, Mattel Hong Kong. I just thought it was very cute the way it was set out, and this does open. You have to sort of think it's lift and open, if I remember rightly. But there we go. So we have a little oven there, and I just thought it was really, really cute, and that is why I got it. Sort of like a little stove, sort of cooker stroke heater sort of thing, of its time. And yeah, I just thought it was really nice. And some of these, and I know somebody mentioned something like the piano on something I watched, they can be quite hard to get hold of. Again, so weighty. I wouldn't like to think if you've got a child who decides to have a tantrum and throws that across the room, that would cause some serious damage. That's a bit scary, really. So I'd already got a couple of bits, so I actually don't think I'm that far off having most of the pieces. Obviously, bedroom I'm missing. There would be other kitchen things. I mean, there are things obviously I'm missing. There could be another, I don't know, 20, 30 things I'm missing. But from what I've seen, I've actually got quite a lot of the basics. So I'm really, really pleased with that. So this was, I think eventually I paid for all of this and the little dolls as well. It was around £13.50, something like that. Which I thought was a wonderful price, because if you start pricing these up individually, yeah, fair enough, you might get a better quality one or something like that. Or if they're already boxed, that's going to cost you more. But I thought that was quite a bargain to get all them. So we'll bring in the little dolls. I'm not quite sure how they would sit. Oh dear, that one looks like it should be on a roller coaster. But yeah, I think that size doll would be great. Oh, I'm throwing the poor baby around. Should we put the baby in the bath? Will the baby fit in the bath? That's a very big baby for my Harry dolls, so I don't think that'd quite work. And then we got this tall girl. Again, I don't know, maybe. It's a possibility. It depends what else you put in the rooms and how you decorate it and things like that. And then this was my other little bit. It's a little bit more modern. But a cheese grater's not modern, is it? So the scales, maybe. Magazines are okay, so you can sort of pop your magazines on your little table like that, and or next to a plant or something. So I'm super pleased with all that. So we've got eBay and we've got Vinted. Check them out, see what they're like. Be careful what you're buying, make sure you know what you're getting. Maybe a little bit of sort of research before purchasing is usually a good idea. But yeah, I'm really pleased with them. I've just got to decide what to do with them. I really need to finish a doll's house, would be useful. I mean, I have my Christmas one that's downstairs, which is fully kitted out. So they don't need anything, but I've got, I don't know whether I should admit it, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that really need some work doing on them. So I do need to get it done, because apart from that, it makes my craft room absolutely crazy messy. So thank you for watching that. Come and say something, say hello, or just comment. Have you got them? Did you have them? Do you know if they were in the UK, etc, 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 as I mentioned before. But yeah, I'm super pleased. I have a doll's house fair, well, not a doll's house fair, we've got a toy fair to go to on Sunday as well. So, ooh, what am I going to find? Don't always find much, because usually you find the dolls and the doll's house things are a little bit more minimal. Out of 300 stalls, you might get 20 if you're lucky. But you never know what you're going to get. So I always like to have a look, see the other things that are there as well. It is sort of just a little morning out. My grandchildren are coming this time as well, so it's going to be chaos. First time they've been, so that should be fun. So thank you for watching. See you all very soon, and bye-bye for now.